So how early should you get to the airport? International flights most times would allow up to 2 hours before your flight, before the check-in counter closes. But for local flight, it would be between 45 minutes to an hour or even 90 minutes. So you do want to give yourself at least 3 hours before your flight. The reason why I said 3 hours is because if you had not checked it online and you don't have any priority access or pass, then you probably have to join a long queue of people who are also trying, to check in. And if there are any issues, you would just realize that you would have limited time to check in, and that would only make you panic. Now, here are some of the things that you can actually do if you do not plan to get to the airport very early. But no matter what you're doing, it's still important to get there 2 hours before your flight. The 2 hours before your flight should be the minimum. Like I said, the 3 hour mark is absolutely fine. I always do 4 hours, so I give myself enough time to check in and then panic about missing my flight from my boarding gate. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to check in online. Yes, if you have checked, most times, online check-in would open between 48 hours to 72 hours, before your flight. They will give you a time where you can actually check in. You also want to give yourself time to go through immigration, like especially during peak seasons. Immigration lines are usually really long, and then you just realize that most times people miss their flight while on the immigration line. You don't know what would happen. Now, it's because of the uncertainties, that just makes me want to arrive early, 4 hours before my flight. But like I said, 3 hours is a good time. Most times boarding gates will close 30 minutes, before the flight. So you do want to get there really early, 30 to 1 or 60 minutes before the flight. So you want to get there very early, give yourself time so you're not panicking and running to your boarding gate. You might say you don't want to get to the airport early because you would be bored. Now, there are paid lounges that you can actually access at the airport. Some of them would, give you food. Some of them would give you drinks or maybe like light snacks. So don't be worried about getting to the airport early. Most airports do have lounges and paid lounges where you can actually pay and use their services, if you arrive at the airport early. And also, there's something else I do enjoy doing at airports, which is people watching. So if you don't want to pay for a lounge, you can actually just move around and then just sit somewhere close to your boarding gate or at your boarding gate and then just watch people. I just always watch people guess their race, admire the ones that I can't, just have a good time at the airport. I do love people watching at airports. And then also you can do some shopping. There are lots of duty-free shopping. If you're in a really nice airport, with lots of stores, you can actually take advantage of duty-free shopping. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm traveling, particularly when I am returning, from my trip. So these are things that you can do to make your travel, easy. So get to the airport early and then check in, and give yourself time to travel in style. So thank you very much. My name is Otto Tom. I'm a travel content creator. If you're not a subscriber, then what are you doing? Subscribe to my channel. I do have interesting travel videos that would educate you, inform you, and also entertain you. So let me know about you. What time do you usually get to the airport? Have you had terrible experiences? I personally don't recall ever missing a flight. No. I don't recall ever missing a flight because I always get to the airport really early. So let's, how about you? Do you get to the airport early? Have you missed a flight? Do you have anything you want to add to what I have said? Leave your comment here and let's chat. So you do have a good day.